Tinubu's lawyers finally admitted that Bola Tinubu is guilty. Plead with the court to look at this. Guys, the Englishman said that clear conscience fears no accusation. And this is just the truth of the matter. Clear conscience fears no accusation. And I believe this is the secret behind Peter Obi's laugh and smiles always. And the reason the other side, led by Tinubu, continue to live in fear. Personality is the most social judging phenomenon. Guys, conscience is a higher court than the court of law and justice. That is just the truth of the matter. Conscience is a higher court than the court of law and justice. Tinubu's lawyers, their conscience is flogging them. This is the most reason they accepted that Tinubu is guilty and plead with the court to look at the following. Good morning, guys. Good afternoon and good evening, depending on where you are watching from. Welcome to PMS News. Please, if today is your first time of watching our video, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, and please also don't fail to turn on your notification bell so that you will be receiving our updates. When Nigerians were busy shouting that the judiciary are on trial, a lot of people were taking it for granted as if we are here to play. And Tinubu's lawyer were busy defending their paymaster, especially Onani Peku, who is the lead counsel of Tinubu. They were busy in the court shouting, Tinubu did not commit this and Tinubu did not commit that. Guys, the main thing is this: conscience, clear conscience fears no accusation. Tinubu's men and his lawyers were thinking that Peter Obi's legal team and Peter Obi, with obedience, are not well prepared with enough evidence to prove their case in the court. But as the time proceeds, they discover that these men are really prepared with enough evidences. Tinubu's men will continue to regret why they were asking Peter Obi and the obedience to go to court. The legal team of Mr. Peter Obi are ready to prove to the court that they won the 2023 presidential election. In fact, they have already proved that to the court. Tinubu's lawyer made a U-turn. Immediately they discovered that the lawyers of Peter Obi are well grounded with evidence. Tinubu's lawyer accepted guilty, that Tinubu is guilty, plead for tribunal to look at this stuff, which made Nigerians to raise their voices to start shouting again, judiciary on trial. If you go to Twitter, you discover that it's one of the trending news on Twitter: judiciary on trial, all eyes on judiciary. Onani Peku now accepted that Tinubu committed the following crimes, but now trying to twist the whole stuff, pleading with the judiciary to do the following for them. The first thing the lawyers of Tinubu did was they accepted that Tinubu forfeited 460,000 ordered by a competent court as per violation of United States Constitution 1956 and USC 1957 bordering on money laundering and narcotics trafficking. Guys, if you can remember, when this case started, Tinubu's lawyers were busy shouting that Tinubu did not commit the crime, especially when Ipeku was busy defending Bola Ahmed Tinubu on this crime. But immediately, Peter Obi's lawyers schooled them with the constitution and evidences that they had. APC lawyers accepted that this is what their master did. In fact, even the witness that they brought to the court also testified that Tinubu forfeited $460,000. Tinubu's lawyers accepted this in their final written address to the court, but also plead with the court to forgive Tinubu since the case is over 10 years ago in consideration of Section 137(1)(f). Yeah, according to them, they were saying that since the case is what was carried out 29 years ago, so that the court should forget about it, that they should forgive Bola Ahmed Tinubu about the case since it's almost 10 years ago, and that is what the constitution said. Guys, let me just laugh small. Now, let me show you guys what the constitution said and how Tinubu's lawyers trying to tweet the information in the constitution. Guys, the constitution which Bola Ahmed Tinubu's lawyers were quoting, this is what that section of the constitution said. A person will not be qualified to contest for the office of a president if within a period or less than 10 years before the date of the election of the office of president, he has been convicted and sentenced for an offense involving dishonesty, or he has been found guilty of the contravention of the code of conduct. Guys, this is where Tinubu's lawyers are referencing, holding their hands so strong, shouting that the case has been done since 10 years ago, that it was committed 29 years ago. So on that note, that the court should please pardon Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Well, these guys, they feel that they are smart enough. They thought that they are smart because the case was committed 29 years ago, that the court should pardon Tinubu. Guys, trust Peter Obi's team now. Trust the legal team of Peter Obi and Nigerians. Trust them. Remember, at the initial time, they were denying the case. But now, both the lawyers and the APC supporters have now accepted the case that Bola Ahmed Tinubu committed the crime. Peter Obi's lawyers and in their wisdom, educated Tinubu's lawyers on the same paragraph in the constitution. Obi's legal team made it very clear to the court that what the law said here is this: if one is convicted and sentenced for an offense involving dishonesty, or he has been found guilty or the contravention of the code of conduct. Guys, remember, Tinubu was not found guilty, neither was he convicted. The only thing that they did to Tinubu was to fine him. Now, let's take a look at the section 1D of the Constitution, what is said about a person not qualified to contest for the office of the president. Let's look at what it's saying. The section said he is under a sentence of death. Thus, if the person is under a sentence of death imposed by any competent court of law or tribunal in Nigeria, or sentenced of imprisonment or fine for any offense involving dishonesty or fraud, whatever name called, or for any other offense imposed on him by any court or tribunal, or substituted by a competent authority for any of other sentence imposed on him by such a court or tribunal. Guys, this is where Labour Party's legal team are holding hands very strong. Bola Ahmed Tinubu was fined. So because he was fined of $460,000, the man is not qualified to contest for the office of the president. Thank you. Guys, let's share your view on the comment section. What's your view on this? Let's share your view on the comment section. Please subscribe to the channel.